So the clinic first Black Friday offer we have is on magnetotherapy. Magnetotherapy we have recently launched here in the Rehab Hub, and magnetotherapy has been very busy. Now we call our big magnetotherapy machine Bob, and with this video you will find information on what exactly magnetotherapy does and is. But just to give you an example, so essentially what magnetotherapy in here looks like, we have clinic room as you come into the main door. To your right, we have a big machine in there, and then on this page you'll see videos of me getting it done and examples and pictures of it. So it kind of looks like a big MRI machine. And in here, over the last 5-6 weeks, we've been putting many of you through we call our magnetotherapy machine Bob. So you've been on Bob, and many of us are getting various different results from myself with my joint. So I have a hip replacement in my left hip. So I'm going to talk about that. And I've had a few other clients with joint implants on as well. And many of my clients, including myself, when I was looking at the research on this, I was thinking, should I use magnetotherapy if I've had a joint replacement? And the short answer is you should be using it. You absolutely should be using it, especially if you've had a joint replacement, because a joint replacement is a foreign body in your body. So imagine you had like a wee foreign body in your finger, like something just sticking in. Think about the irritation and the inflammation that you get around that. Your body's trying to get rid of it. Essentially with a joint implant, and I'm sure your surgeon would have explained that to you when they were going through the indications of your joint replacement, that any irritant, any foreign body in your body rejects it, doesn't like it, and essentially it causes inflammation. And that area becomes basically like sore, inflamed, chronic irritation, and you just end up with like pain associated with that. So where you get inflammation, infection that tends to be drawn to that area, and also you get pain. And any metal in your body is a chronic irritant, and that can cause inflammation around the joint, which essentially cause weakening around the bone. And that's essentially why the joint replacements don't last forever. It's not that the joint wears out, it's that our tissue around that joint and the joint becomes loose because your body's basically rejecting it, and you're not getting what's called osteointegration. So you're not getting that new bone integrating around the joint. And magnetotherapy is known to build, so it's basically known to help with osteogeneration. Magnetotherapy causes osteointegration to be improved, and it makes osteointegration more likely to happen. So that's just an example of one use. So if you've got a joint replacement like a knee or a hip or ankle, and any kind of surgery like that where you get a foreign body in, then magnetotherapy should be part of your life. Now, in terms of how often you should be having it, you should be having 10 sessions on magnetotherapy twice a year. So you should have 2 blocks of 10 sessions. And I'll get to the Black Friday promotion of this for those of you that have been on it and really found the effects great. Now, magnetotherapy isn't just for joint replacements, but it's also for and use. I've got a whole list here that I'm just going to go through because there's that many I can't remember them. So actually, a lot of our clients, fibromyalgia, so that chronic pain, inflammation, we just can't put our finger on it, rheumatoid arthritis, those types of joint type irritant types of problems that our clients have. Biggest one, osteoarthritis. Oh my goodness. So osteoarthritic changes. If you have osteoarthritis in your body, then you must come in and use magnetotherapy. It can also be used for wound healing. Now, we don't see lots of that in here because we're not treating a lot of diabetic patients. It's just not something that we see daily in this clinic. It's not that we don't see it, but it can be used. So if you've got a loved one who's basically got a chronic wound, so like diabetic ulcers would be an example of that. The difficulty coming in here is that you would need to be able to get up the stairs. So we're not really set up for patients who are not able to get upstairs. So it really does depend. But essentially, it can be used for chronic wounds, insomnia. So if you've got problems with sleeping, now I can say myself, my husband will kill me for saying this, but I'm just going to share his story with you. My husband didn't have any pain in his body, but he just he struggles sleeping. He's always struggled sleeping, and he's been using magnetotherapy now for the last 5 weeks, and he uses it twice a week. He uses it on a Wednesday and a Sunday, and he would tell you himself he has not only is sleeping better, and as a result of this sleeping better, he is more energy, he's up early, he doesn't feel as though he's got that black cloud of going through, and also he has managed to drop at least a stone. He refuses to weigh himself, but looking at him, you can see it. Now, I'm not saying that using magnetotherapy will help you lose weight, but certainly as a byproduct of how your brain is affected by magnetotherapy, in terms of that mental health side of magnetotherapy, it is quite astounding the number of patients that have reported back saying the clarity they feel, the energy they feel, the better sleeping that they're getting. And this has been shown to be a great result from magnetotherapy. Things like headaches, so if you suffer from chronic headaches and migraines, again, these are the types of conditions that it can help with. And yeah, so anything where it's bones. I should also say many of our clients are perimenopausal and maybe postmenopause, things like bone density, building up your bone density, osteoporosis, things like that. Now, the treatment protocol for magnetotherapy would be a dosing fairly quickly in a 10 sessions. So you would generally get 10 sessions in as quickly as you can. Ideally daily, but that's, let's face it, that's not going to be realistic for most people. They would say you need to at least be coming in once, if not twice a week, but as many times as you can get in to get through that first course of treatment. And then after that, you would generally, depending on what you've got, but you would generally maybe do another block of 10 in 6 months' time, and especially if you've joint replacements, if you've got osteoarticular disease, so things like osteoporosis, arthritis, these kind of things. Many of our clients at the minute have done their 10 sessions, really found their pains massively reduced with their osteoarthritis, and what they are doing is maybe just topping up with a monthly session to top up. But with that, you would still do a big 10 dose session twice a year, the same with joint replacements. Fibromyalgia really does depend how you are coping with that and what you need. Some people find that maybe coming in and doing a weekly session for a period of time works for them. So everybody's kind of different with how they would use that. In terms of osteoporosis, it would absolutely 100% be twice a year, 2 doses of 10 magnetotherapy sessions as close together as possible. So I hope that makes sense. So for the majority of us, depending on your requirements, you would generally need to use magnetotherapy for twice, so once every 6 months, so twice a year, depending on what your condition is. Now, what we're doing for this Black Friday is, first off, we are offering a free trial. So if you would like a free trial, completely no expectations, come in and you can try magnetotherapy at absolutely no charge. You'll get a full treatment, which is half an hour, and there'll be no charge for that. So that's the first thing. So there'll be a link to that. And the next one, we are offering 20 places. Now, we're only doing 20 places in this because what we are going to do is, for those of you who are getting a bundle of magnetotherapy, so we have magnetotherapy sessions come in a block of 10, and your block of 10 sessions costs you £300. So £300 will get you 10 magnetotherapy sessions. What we are doing for Black Friday is we're going to give you, now wait for this, 2 blocks for that. So you're going to get an additional block of 10 for the price of that first 10. So we are going to, and we're only going to do this once, we'll never run this again. So there's going to be 20 spaces for this. So if you're watching this, it is live, and you will see how many is left on this screen. The ability to buy it will go when they've all gone. So we will give you 2 blocks of 10. Now you can use those 2 blocks of 10 for yourself, or if you would like a gift voucher and gift that to somebody, you can. So maybe you've got a partner. I won't mention this patient that's just left, but this particular patient has just come in for a magnetotherapy, absolutely feeling amazing for it, wanting her husband to come in. Men can sometimes be a bit funny about coming into maybe environments like this. We're pretty normal. We have many male clients in here. Some days, classes in here, there's only men. So sometimes it's just the thought of it. But that would be an ideal gift. Imagine you've got your block of magnetotherapy, and then you're able to gift that to somebody you love, or a friend, or a partner. An amazing gift, and worth £300. So you're essentially getting 2 blocks. Or maybe you've got a joint replacement, maybe you've got fibromyalgia, maybe you've got osteoporosis, maybe you've got some pain, chronic pain syndrome. Basically with this, you are securing a full year's worth of all your magnetotherapy in one go. So you've got 2 blocks that you would generally use every 6 months that you've got in the bag there. You've got it, it's bought, it's done. So it's up to you. There'll be 20 sessions of these. As you can imagine, we've only got one bob, so we can't sell too many of them. So there are only 20. But so it is first come, first served. It is out there. So if you want to come in and really just switch off, the room's lovely, it's nice, you know, a little private room. You've got an Alexa there, you can just listen to whatever music you want, chill out, listen to an audiobook, whatever you want to do, and just chill out for half an hour. It is glorious. I've literally just come out of it myself in the last 20 minutes. I've just come out. I tend to do it for my hip. I've done my big block of 10, and then I've just been topping up a little bit because I really, really, really like how it makes me feel. So it's positively charging my cells, and I just find generally I just feel a lot brighter. I'm not as tired. So it can be a wee bit addictive, I'll be honest. And it's fine to use it that way. You're not going to overdose. But essentially, I'll try and get on it. I did a big block of 10, and then I generally use, certainly at least once a week, I'll jump on just for a session if I can at the end of my working day. So I'm going to sign out. 20 places. We're gifting another block of 10. So it's there. First 20, it's there should you want it.